Hello, all you Slayers. Welcome back to Slayer's Lair. I'm your host, Matt, and today we're going to take a look at the timeline of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot series. We just have a few main sticking points to go over, not a whole lot actually. As you probably know, it's been many years since it was first announced that a reboot was in talks, and not a whole lot has happened up until now, so let's get into it. Way back on July 20th, 2018, The Hollywood Reporter stated that 20th Century Fox Television was announcing a reboot of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer TV series. Monica Owusu-Breen was hired to write and serve as the showrunner. Joss Whedon will be an executive producer, and those two have been working on the script. It will feature a black actress stepping into the role of Buffy, made famous by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Gail Berman, Joe Early, Fran Kazui, and Kaz Kazui will also serve as executive producers on the series, and a network has not been found yet. Producers Fox 21 TV Studios planned on pitching this reboot to streaming and cable outlets later that summer, and it was unclear if Whedon would have any additional role on the series due to his other commitments. Casting had not yet been determined at the time, and the new version will be contemporary and build on the mythology of the original. Now, that same day, Variety also reported that the rebooted series will feature a black actress to take over the title role. About a week later, on July 26, 2018, The Verge reported that after a wave of negative responses to the suggestion that the series might do a complete reboot with a different actress, Owusu-Breen made a statement. The show is actually a sequel centered on a new character entirely. Now, I'm not sure how the two previous reports got that so wrong. I'm not sure if they misinterpreted information they received or if their sources were incorrect in stating that, number one, it was going to be a complete reboot, not a continuation, and two, that the title character of Buffy was going to be recast with a black actress. People had feelings on all that, I guess. Then we didn't have anything until August 20th of 2022 when people reported that the reboot was put on pause. This was according to executive producer Gail Berman. Now we're going to fast forward to January 30th of 2024. People reported that Dolly Parton stated the reboot was still in works. And a lot of people didn't know that she was actually very involved behind the scenes on the original series. She stated that she did a lot of conversing back and forth with business people there. Now, how many of you knew that Dolly Parton was involved in the original series? I did not. That was a big surprise to me. She doesn't really go into detail on her involvement in the series. I would love to know more about it though, but I think it's kind of cool that out of all people, she was involved and she's going to be involved in the reboot. Now we're going to fast forward to February 3rd, 2025. Variety reports that Buffy the Vampire Slayer reboot is nearing a pilot order at Hulu. Sources state that Sarah Michelle Gellar is in final talks to play the iconic titled character once again. However, she would be a recurring role rather than the lead. Nora Zuckerman and Lila Zuckerman are attached to write, showrun, and executive produce. Chloe Zhao is attached to direct and executive produce under her Book of Shadows production banner. Gellar would also executive produce along with Gail Berman. Fran Kazui and Kaz Kazui will executive produce via Sweet Bee, while Dolly Parton will executive produce via Sand$. 20th Television and Searchlight Television will produce. Berman, the Kazuis, and Parton were all executive producers on the original Buffy series. Noticeably absent from the show's creative team is Joss Whedon. Most recently, May 15, 2025, Deadline reported that Ryan Kira Armstrong was cast as the main character. The reboot series still does not have a title, and Sarah Michelle Gellar will be reprising her role as Buffy Summers. Now, Sarah Michelle Gellar has also stated that her role will be somewhat limited, but obviously at this time we don't know as to what capacity. And for those who don't know, Ryan Kira Armstrong starred in It Part 2, Black Widow, and she was the lead in that horrible remake of Firestarter from 2022. She was also in American Horror Story, Red Tide.
How do you feel about helping me save the world?
Good.
You want to be my chosen one? Will you stand by my side and save the world? Yeah?
And there we are. We're all caught up on the reboot news as of right now. Let me know what you think. Are you excited for this new series? Are you not going to watch it? Are reboots just not your thing? That's okay too. I'm excited for it. I'm definitely going to watch it. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you watching. Oh, by the way, I do have a couple other videos uploaded. I'm doing this new thing where I recap and watch the original series from season 1, episode 1, and I haven't seen them since they originally aired, so kind of a fresh new perspective on the series now 22 years later. So check out those videos if that's your thing. If not, that's okay. I gotta go. Bye.